Ladies and gentlemen, I've been wondering that why did the opposition, and particularly a leader like Ram Gopal, a Rajya Sabha member of parliament from the Samajwadi Party, even use a cuss word against the CJI? Why did he do that? Was that deliberate? Was that according to a plan? Is this also, after the kind of images that we have seen of the CJI and Prime Minister Modi participating in the Ganesh Puja? Then I realized that there is clearly a deep-rooted hatred against Sanatan. It's the same Samajwadi Party that did not go to the Ram Mandir. They still do not believe in the Ram Mandir, perhaps. And Ram Gopal Yadav also had said Ram Mandir bekar hai. Uska naksha sahi nahi hai. Vastu ke lihaz se sahi nahi bana hai. He said all this. This is on record. If you just Google it, you will find these comments. But then I also wondered that when he's blatantly hitting out at the CJI using a cuss word only because the CJI mentioned quote-unquote God. He said, हम भगवान से प्रार्थना करते हैं, सब लोग प्रार्थना करते हैं और हमने भी प्रार्थना की अयोध्या verdict से पहले. So why was this problematic? What really is the problem of the entire opposition, particularly the SP? There are elections, there are by-polls in Uttar Pradesh, no doubt. But is there a larger lobby that today is really upset with the CJI, CJI Chandrachud, who was once, remember, called the darling of the liberals? Until this particular image came in, and we'll play out that image once more before we talk more of what you see on your screens, where Prime Minister Modi visits CJI Chandrachud at his residence. This was for a Hindu festival. So is the problem against the fact that he was there celebrating a Hindu festival, talking of a Hindu god? Had he gone to a church, would there have been a problem? Had he gone to a masjid, would have been a problem. CJI Chandrachud, instead of God or Bhagwan, had he said Allah, had he said Christ, would the same Ram Gopal have used that cuss word against the CJI? Maybe not. I want you now to listen in to what we heard first up from the Chief Justice of India, CJI Chandrachud, as he was speaking to a lot of people back home in Maharashtra, in a little village. He was sharing his experiences, and this is where the reference to Bhagwan or God came in. Remember, before every exam, whether it's a little child, it's the head of a state, almost everyone. सब लोग कहते हैं कि भगवान से प्रार्थना की, भगवान बचा लीजिएगा. We all say this. How is that wrong? Let's play out exactly what we heard from the CJI first up. Then we will listen in to what the opposition today has said so far on the issue.
मी भारताचा सरन्यायाधीश झालो. कित्येक वेळा काम करताना असं होतं बघा कोर्टात की याचा पर्याय काय आहे, याचा सोल्युशन काय आहे हे सुचत नाही आपल्याला. जेव्हा मी अयोध्येचं काम माझ्या पुढे आलं होतं, आणखी आम्ही 3 महिने अयोध्येच्या कामावर आम्ही विचार करत होतो. म्हणजे शेकडो वर्ष ज्याला कोणी सोल्युशन मानलं नाही ते काम आमच्या पुढे आलं होतं. आणि त्यावेळेला एक असं झालं ते काम चालूच असताना की ह्याच्यात मार्ग कसा शोधायचा, आम्हाला कोणालाही माहिती नव्हतं ह्याच्यात मार्ग कसा शोधता येईल. त्यावेळेला मी आपल्या दररोजच्या दैनंदिन जीवनात माझी जी पूजा करतो तेव्हा मी देवांच्या पुढे भगवंतांच्या पुढे मी बसतो तिथे आणि मी त्यांना सांगितलं ह्याच्यात मार्ग तुम्हीच शोधून द्या.
जब भूतों को जिंदा करते हैं, मुर्दों को भूत बन जाते हैं, जब तक पीछे पड़ जाते जी कौन सब कहाँ है? तो आपकी बाबरी मस्जिद और ये मंदिर दिख रहा है.
नहीं, रविवार की बात है, CJI का बयान है.
ये तमाम अच्छी तरह की बातें कहते रहते हैं. तो क्या should I take notice of them?
CJI is a deceptive and hypocrite. It's unfortunate that the CJI say that's on the basis of faith, not on the basis of facts. So judgments should be delivered and had been delivered. What about the law? Law goes on the basis of facts, evidences.
लेकिन ये देश संविधान से चलता है. ये देश न्याय के मंदिर में अपने नियम कानून से चलता है.
And I'm also wondering why there has been no action, absolutely no action against this Rajya Sabha MP who's again, remember, an uncle of Akhilesh Yadav. If Akhilesh does not believe what he said was right, It's a very, very important story. It's a significant story. A lot of people say there should be contempt proceedings against Ram Gopal. Will that happen? We do not know. Let's say good evening to Charu Pragya, who's the BJP's national spokesperson. Deshratan Nigamji is a senior lawyer. Imran Ahmad Ali is a lawyer and a political analyst. He does lean towards the Congress. Tariq Khan is representing the Samajwadi Party. Chandrasekhar Jhaji is the Shiv Sena UBT spokesperson. I want to see if Tariq Khan is there with us. I think we've just lost that line. My first question, but obvious, had to be for the Samajwadi Party. We'll try to get him back. But till that happens, Imran Ahmad Ali, because you lean towards the Congress, now tell me something. Has Rahul Gandhi condemned this language, or are you okay with this language? Have you told your good friend Akhilesh that something like this is not acceptable and you need to act? You can't use a cuss word against a CJI, even if you hate him for the fact that he's a practicing Hindu, and much like the Prime Minister, he was participating in the Ganesh Puja. You'll have to unmute yourself.
I completely condemn the derogatory comments against the Chief Justice of India, because you need to understand the sanctity to a post. And whether you agree with the statement or not, you cannot go to a point where you disrespect the person and the post in itself. When we talk about this whole issue, it is not an issue whether Rahul Gandhi has spoken up against it or not spoken up against it. You need to understand that the Chief Justice of India is the Chief Justice for the entire nation.
So why not? Imran, this is a comment that has agitated people across boards today. That's what I said. Yeah. Whether you are a believer, you are a non-believer, what gives you the right to use a cuss word against a CJI again, only because of the fact that we've seen those images? Because they invited Prime Minister Modi at his home for the Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations.
Yes, there is no reason, there is no backing, there is no authority that says, okay, you can use a cuss word. A cuss word should not be used against anybody, whether you agree with the fact or you don't agree with the fact. What I say is that this is not an issue between the government and the opposition. It is a statement made by an individual person representing a party.
How is he an individual person? I don't understand. He's a Rajya Sabha member of parliament. No, this does not work. I'll tell you why this does not work. Because Rahul Gandhi also has said that Ram Mandir to sirf naachne gaane ka event tha. Rahul Gandhi said this. He stored exactly the same line to a Ram Gopal Yadav who had said Ram Mandir bekar hai. He said uska naksha sahi nahi hai. Vastu ke lihaz se sahi nahi bana hai. So there is a pattern, Imran, why, such comments clearly cannot be tolerated anymore. Unless the opposition says we agree with it.
They should not be. You need to understand that when there's religious sensitivity involved, a lot of people go beyond. You see the CJI was in fact giving a statement in front of his native village. In fact, he was talking to them and he was connecting. And you said right at the beginning, if he would have said Allah, he would have said Jesus. He would not have, because he was connecting with the local populace of his village. Now,
and even then, a Ram Gopal Yadav would not have said anything. Imran,
yes, but when
he would have not said anything. Only because Bhagwan bol diya, God bol diya, to unko dikkat ho gayi. Now, I do not know why we do not have the SP spokesperson. I want to see if he's going to be joining us back on the show or not. My team tells me that we are trying to get him back. But Chandrasekhar Jhaji, yes,
just
Imran.
One thing, if I may add, when there's religious sensitivity involved, I don't know if you know, Justice K.M. Pandey, who was the district judge in Faizabad, who decided the factum of the doors of the mandir at that point of time being opened, for the devotees to actually go and pay respect to the Ram Lalla, the Murti. He, in his autobiography later, had said that there was a black monkey that had sat on top of his courtroom for the entire day of the proceedings, and at only 4:40 when he delivered it, subsequently when he went home, the same black monkey was found in the veranda of his house when he reached home, and he felt that was a divine presence. Now, the only question with religious sensitivity is that there are issues like this, and even the SP member of parliament, when he made that statement, if you see right before he made it, he said, why are you digging up issues like this?
No one was forcing him to speak. No, Imran. He could have said, I don't want to speak on this.
When you talk about...
The point is, you say like this because you are addressing a particular coterie. And, even a Congress leader by the name of Udit Raj, Imran, I'm sure you must be well aware of him. He said the CJI is deceptive and hypocrite. That is his stand. Now tell me, even if now Rahul Gandhi does not want to break his silence, and we should think that everything is fine, everything is kosher. Before I get in Charu and Deshratan Nigamji, Chandrasekhar Jhaji, you represent the Shiv Sena UBT faction. Are you not appalled? Will you not tell Akhilesh that he needs to act against Ram Gopal?
See, that is his party member who has commented on this.
You are
But
all the India
eventually-
Alliance, no?
Yes, we are in India Alliance, but it is his party member who has commented on it.
So?
Let him take his.
So that is
let
okay with
them-
you?
Let them decide upon their member what to be done and how to be done, what is to be
No,
done.
your Astha is
But
not heard, sir.
eventually-
Your Astha is not heard.
Eventually.
You don't have a problem
something-
with Rahul Gandhi saying कि नाचने गाने का event था. You don't
in
have a
the-
problem
in
with
the
Ram
last-
Gopal
in
also
the
saying
last-
कि राम मंदिर बेकार है, उसका नक्शा ही बेकार है, कुछ सही नहीं है, अधूरा मंदिर है. आपको कोई दिक्कत नहीं हुई?
We have not said anything against Ram Mandir.
So
Now,
why? Sometimes silence also, Chandrasekhar ji, is complicity. Silence also is an answer. Speak up, no. Or just for a few votes, just for a few votes, just to save your alliance, you will not say anything.
No, we have always objected if something goes wrong against the faith or religion. We have always stood against those comments. But eventually, now the circumstance is different because CJI has commented as a CJI of the country and not as an individual of the country. If
So
he
you
would
find
have
a
been
problem, right? You agree
No,
with what Ram
we
Gopal
don't have
has
a
said. That
problem.
means.
The problem is that the constitution does not warrant such kind of comments from a
So what
CJI
kind of
who's sitting on
comments?
a
What kind of
constitution
comments,
post.
if I may ask? What kind of comments hurt you?
No, he has intentionally made certain comments which does not define his constitutional chair.
Like
and
what, sir?
he should yes. He says that we were praying for praying to the God in regard to the judgment in Ayodhya case. So this kind of statement should not come from a CGI. The CGI should be composite in his chair. He should decide on a constitutional validity. He was deciding on something pertaining to law, the chain and circumstances, how
What
the
is
case
wrong?
has to be.
What is wrong?
Yes.
What is wrong, Chandrasekhar ji, if he says that I prayed to God, I sought help before making a decision. He says,
See,
I
if-
worship
if-
God
if a-
daily.
if a
And on
CJI
that
is
day
saying
too,
that-
I sat before him and I asked, now please find me a way. You will believe it too, he said. If you have faith, God will always find a way.
See,
आप नहीं कहते हैं?
CJI
Are you a
is
believer?
not.
You are a non-believer, sir.
Yes, I am a believer.
Then?
But eventually, if we say that if I am sitting a person on a constitutional chair, I should not say this kind of comments. Eventually, because the constitution
So you're
demands
justifying this. No, that's exactly my point. Exactly my point.
The
That this is
Constitution-
not
the
by design.
Constitution
This is not by
clearly
design,
says
and that is why
that a person
Akhilesh will
should
not
not be
act
biased
against
by
Ram
any
Gopal. Charu, I know
religion,
you want to
caste or
come in.
creed.
Allow
And
me
he
a
should
moment.
not-
Tariq Khan, the SP's national spokesperson, is now through with us. Tariq Khan ji, Shukriya sir for your time. Now tell me, why is Akhilesh not acting against Ram Gopal? Only because he's his uncle and he can't act, or he believes what he said is right?
It's not like that. We respect institution and people who are sitting in institution. We have all respect to these type of people. And what Ram Gopal ji is trying to say at that moment, what I am getting, he's saying that it's an old thing. Ram Mandir is already built there. So we should not dig all these things from past all the time. So what he wants to say at that time, that is already, the issue is already cleared, the dispute is already settled, as CJI also said that he prayed for the settlement of the dispute. So that's what
So Ram Gopal ji will use a
wants to
cuss
say.
word.
Cuss word has been not used for the CGI. He says that these type of things are there and these types of words are being used by the CM as well. I'll show you. Nobody have asked.
No, please don't play this, okay? Don't, please, Tariq
why
Khan ji,
not?
don't
Why
make
not?
matters worse, please.
Why-
ये नहीं
why
होता
not?
है
Why
कि
not?
आपकी गाली वर्सेस हमारी गाली, अब गालियों का ये हिसाब मत रखिए, प्लीज.
क्यों? योगी गाली दे तो ठीक है, अच्छी
नहीं,
बात है.
आपके नेता गाली दे
योगी
देंगे तो
सकते
आप
हैं.
कहते नहीं, गाली
नहीं, तो
उनके लिए
योगी
नहीं
दे
थी.
सकते हैं.
आप उसको
योगी दे
क्वालिफाई
सकते
करते हैं. What are you
योगी
doing?
दे सकते हैं.
This
योगी
is
से
your
गाली दे
मोहब्बत की
सकते हैं.
दुकान, which is full of गालीज.
I'm extremely sorry. This is not fair. योगी चू कर सकते हैं. वो
अरे
कह
अब
सकते
आप
हैं.
क्या
राम
कर रहे हैं
गोपाल
सर?
कह सकते हैं.
क्या कर रहे हैं आप?
मतलब है?
आप भाजपा
क्या
से
कर रहे
अलग
हैं?
हैं. आप भाजपा
नहीं,
से अलग हैं. आप कहते हैं कि राम गोपाल जी ने किसी के लिए इस तरह के शब्दों का इस्तेमाल नहीं किया है.
अभी
आप
आपने
ये
कहा
कहते हैं ना.
समाजवादी पार्टी एंटी सनातन. आप बता रही हैं समाजवादी
आप
पार्टी को
बताइए
ऐसा
ना.
क्या कर दिया?
आप बताइए.
ऐसा क्या कर दिया हमने?
तो
क्या कर दिया हमने?
सीजेआई से
जो
सर
हम
मुझे ये
एंटी
बताइए
सनातन
कि
हो गए?
सीजेआई से ऐसी कौन सी दिक्कत आन पड़ी है कि राम गोपाल जी
CJI
को
को कहना-
इस तरह के
CJI
कस
को
वर्ड्स का
कहना-
इस्तेमाल करना पड़ रहा है? क्या दिक्कत है?
सीजीआई को कहना एंटी सनातन हो गया, कुछ कह भी दिया सीजीआई को तो हम पूरा एंटी सनातन हो गए। अखिलेश जी सनातन नहीं फॉलो करते हैं, इतना बड़ा मंदिर बनवा रहे हो वहां पर इटावा में, वो सनातन नहीं फॉलो करते, तुरंत आपने
अरे,
बता दिया हम लोग एंटी सनातन हैं।
आप मुझे ये बताइए ना, अगर मैं मान लूं आप एंटी सनातन नहीं है, ठीक है,
योगी जी ने सेम वर्ड्स यूज किए, वो भी एंटी सनातन थे।
अरे
सी वाला
आपको ये याद होगा ना,
क्यों मैम?
मठाधीश
क्यों
माफिया
मैम?
है, मठाधीश माफिया है, याद है ना आपको?
वो भी योगी जी को कहा
तस्वीरों से नजर आ जाता है, ये बोला था ना।
मठाधीश सबको नहीं
अब
बोला,
छोड़िए।
सबको नहीं बोला,
देखिए,
योगी जी को बोला।
आप
छोड़
सुनिए,
दीजिए मैम,
तारिक
मैं चाहता हूं कि छोड़ दीजिए।
डिफ्लेक्ट मत करिए। आपसे मैंने एक
नहीं कर रहा हूं
सिंपल क्वेश्चन
deflect।
पूछा है सर,
मैं simple question पूछ रहा हूं,
व्हाट इज इट
क्या
अबाउट द
योगी
सीजेआई दैट
आदित्यनाथ
हैज
को-
गॉट राम गोपाल जी
क्या
सो मच एंगर?
अगर-
व्हाई इज ही बॉदर्ड
अगर-
अबाउट द सीजेआई लाइक दिस?
अगर एक दो बातें हैं मैम, मैं बहुत क्लियर कह रहा हूं। एक तो सीजीआई साहब को कहा नहीं गया, तो सी वाला वर्ड है, और अगर योगी साहब माफी मांगते हैं, वो सी वाला वर्ड उन्होंने आप एएनआई के इंटरव्यू में कहा था, तो हम लोग भी माफी मांगते
आप अपने नेता का सर सुनिएगा 100 बार और फिर बताइएगा अगर आपको सही
योगी
लगता
का
है,
योगी
तब
आपका
compare
नेता है
करिएगा।
ना। नहीं,
ये
नहीं,
कमाल
मैम,
की
देखिए,
राजनीति हो रही है सर, कमाल की राजनीति यहाँ पे। आप
कौन सी कमाल की
नहीं,
राजनीति?
ये क्या
योगी के
राजनीति हो रही है सर
advantage
देश में?
नहीं मैम,
ये किस तरह की राजनीति है कि आप जस्टिफाई कर रहे हैं गालियों को?
नहीं जस्टिफाई
मुझे लगा कि आप कम से कम ये तो बोलेंगे कि गलती हो गई, माफी मांग रहे हैं सबसे, सीजीआई से माफी मांगेंगे, इतना तो करेंगे ना। आप तो उसको डिफेंड कर रहे हैं सर।
बीजेपी स्टार्ट करे, योगी आदित्यनाथ ने सी वाला वर्ड यूज किया था, मैं झुक के अभी माफी मांगूंगा अपनी पार्टी की तरफ से। बीजेपी
बिल्कुल
स्टार्ट
शर्तें
करे,
रखें
और मैं सुनाता हूँ,
बिल्कुल
मैं सुनाता हूँ, मैं सुनाता हूँ, मैं सुन भी लीजिए।
तारिक
कहाँ
खान
पर
जी, यही
उन्होंने-
राजनीति
मैं
है ना
सुनाता
सर, आप राजनीति कर रहे हैं। आप
नहीं,
छोड़िए,
राजनीति
आई वुड
नहीं,
गेट
ये
चारू या
राजनीति।
चारू, Charu, you are also guilty is what Tariq Khan says. That is his only justification.
So, I was trying to figure out if the spokesperson before him was condemning the statement or supporting the statement. I couldn't figure it out, Deepti. I just couldn't figure it out because इनका condemnation निकल ही नहीं रहा है. अब एक example हम लोग लेके देखते हैं. Suppose हमारे चीफ जस्टिस हिंदू नहीं होते, वो मुस्लिम होते, वो क्रिश्चियन होते, वो सिख होते, और वो वाहिगुरु जी का नाम लेते, वो अल्लाह का नाम लेते, वो जीसस का नाम लेते. Would they have had the guts to react like this, and would all these spokespersons be lining up to defend Ram Gopal? The very same person who said Ram Bhakti to pakhand hai. This is the person who said Ram Mandir bekar hai, and no action has been taken against him. But I'm not even surprised because he comes from a political party which is infamous for firing on Karsevaks, which till today does not have the courage to call a spade a spade. आपने गाली दी, आपने चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया को गाली दी, और आप यहां बैठ के उसको बार बार जस्टिफाई कर रहे हैं. देखिए, हमारी दुनिया में एक प्रथा है, केवल देश में नहीं है, दुनिया में एक प्रथा है. व्हेन यू आर अबाउट टू डू समथिंग इंपॉर्टेंट, समथिंग डिफिकल्ट, यू रिमेंबर अपने भगवान को, आप जिसमें भी मान्यता रखते हो. वेदर यू गो टू द यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका, यू गो टू यूरोप, यू गो टू एनी पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड इंक्लूडिंग इंडिया. अरे बच्चे जब एग्जाम देने भी जाते हैं ना, तो भी सुबह सुबह अपने भगवान जी के सामने हाथ जोड़कर जाते हैं. सो इज द चीफ जस्टिस नॉट अलाउड टू हैव अ गाइडिंग फोर्स which is holy, which is bigger than all of us? And when he expresses his bhakti, all these people have a problem because he's a Hindu. Is that what is being implied here? Because the exact same thing happened during Ganpati Puja. And I remember arguing this in the same way even then. Yes, you are the Chief Justice of India. Yes, your pen was entirely constitutional when you were writing that order. But before you got down to writing that order for such an important day, are you not supposed to remember your Bhagwan जी? और अभी क्या कह रहे थे, पुरानी बातें याद कर रहे, पुरानी बातें याद कर रहे. अभी मुझे एक बात बताइए भाई, आप लोगों ने तो आज से 20 साल पहले भी जो किया होगा, वहां के भी बारे में जाके सब जगह आप बोस्ट करते हैं. A person is going to talk about landmark moments in his life to his people in his village. It's normal. पुरानी बात कैसे हो गई?
Okay. चारू, before I get in, देशरत्न निगम जी, quickly 10 सेकंड में मुझे बताइएगा, तारिक खान जी, if someone says कि भगवान से प्रार्थना करते हुए, just pray before God, is that a problem?
We have not said anything about that, what CJI has said, but I'm explaining the thing what Ram Gopal ji has said. His intention nothing to do with any type of
So you will not take action against him, right? You will not take action against him.
It's the authority of the Rashtriya Adhyaksh ji to say something on that. I am still saying that from the bottom of our heart, we respect supreme institution and people who are sitting there as
First you abuse and then you say हमने तो बोला ही नहीं. Desh Ratan Nigam ji, this is okay. This is normal now in the country.
Well, Deepti ji, the cuss word used by Ram Gopal ji is very, very explicit and clear and has to be condemned across all parties. And secondly, it is contempt of court. And I hope if Supreme Court does not take any action, then it is a very magnanimous institution. Secondly, let me tell you, the Ram Mandir case, as I have read both Allahabad High Court and the Supreme Court judgments, is purely based on overwhelming evidence in favor of Hindus, almost one-sided proven evidence. So it was purely on the basis of material on record. Yes, judges do rely on their pillars of strength. Some meditate, some remember God, some pray to the gods. These are pillars of strength of individuals and varies from person to person. Since the CJI is on the verge of retirement, and as Charu Pragya said, he will remember his moments of life. And a dispute which was unresolved for more than approximately 500 years got resolved. And it was adjudicated upon. The fact is, it was adjudicated.
Absolutely.
And when they gave 5 acres of land to Muslims, that was a solution. First, it was adjudicated, and then a solution was given to, give something to the Muslims also.
Yes.
That was a solution. That was probably he was talking about, to find a solution. If it was simplicity adjudication, there was no need to give 5 acres of land to the Muslims.
Okay, and Desh Ratan Nigam ji, I'm not sure this is true or not, but a lot of our viewers who've been watching this, they also say that is it because Tariq Khan ji that the SP, the first family of the SP is anyways upset with the Ram Mandir. दिक्कत वो है. आप लोग बाबरी चाहते थे, राम मंदिर नहीं चाहते थे, और तभी इस तरह की भाषा का इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है और एक्शन नहीं होगा. You can choose to smile. Sometimes that smile is also the answer, only for what of time. Charu and all gentlemen, thank you so much. But we'll track that story. What happens next? Heading into a quick break.